Hello my friends and welcome to another Tuesday of tutorial. I am Leonardo Perez Nieto and today we will sculpt a Great Dane in clay. And for this we will use this model that the company 3D Total sent me. In one side you can see all the muscles and tendons and all of that, the anatomy, while on the other one it is finished. It will be really useful for this sculpture. Priorly, I made a structure with wire, a sort of a basic skeleton of the dog, so that it would hold the clay. I basically traced our model. If you don't have one like this, you can trace a photo that is perfectly in profile. Okay, good. Now let's make the base. For this we simply add flat layers of clay to the board. By the way, I forgot to tell you, but as you saw, I fixed the wire to the board with some nails. Now we add clay to the body of the dog. We push it in a little bit to fix it well, like so. Here will be the neck, the head, and we will add more to the body. And looks like we are getting a sausage. Then we grab the legs. And of course, we will be building on this. I tend to do it all skinny at first, and then add more and more until we reach the right size. You may notice a slight change of tone in the clay I am using. That is because I was using regular clay, regular sculpting oil-based clay, but where I am is starting to get pretty warm, and the regular clay gets very soft when heated. So I decided to continue with another one, which is heat resistant. So its consistency doesn't change very much with variations in temperature. And we continue building up the body. This clay is also oil-based, so it will stay soft forever. I will probably eventually make a mold of this figure and cast it. But if you want your sculpture to become hard itself, then you can use other types of clay. The list of materials with all these clays is in the description below the video. Okay, very good. Now what I will do is take some measurements to verify what I am doing. For this I use some calipers, and I find that she should be a little bit longer and taller. I add some markers of clay to know the correct size. Also the snout and the head need more clay. I usually try not to measure excessively, like measuring every part, every joint before doing it, because I think sculpting by eye develops more your perception and your ability to gauge the proportions. So I use the calipers more for checking after I did it. And then I see where I was wrong and I can correct the sculpture and improve myself. Of course, when modeling, it is important to rotate it often and to look at it from different angles. Let's shape better the snout and then build the ears. We begin with the bigger masses and look at the proportions and overall shapes, and then move on to the detail. I forgot to add the tail in the original structure, so I'm just sticking in a wire for it. I was saying, first we do all the masses and check the proportions, and once they are right, we can go on and do the detail. We shouldn't spend any time doing the detail too soon to then find out that the size or proportion is wrong, and all that time and work would be wasted. I hate it when that happens. It's awful. But when something like that happens to me, I try to keep a positive viewpoint, and I think that more practice is never bad. I mean, redoing the thing 1 or 2 times will always help. It's good practice. Now let's model some of the muscles. I'm copying them, but I'm not making them as obvious or prominent because I want mine to be a finished sculpture with skin on both sides. And let's model the paws. They have large paws. Always when sculpting an animal or a person, we should find the most characteristic thing, the most characteristic feature. Because if we get that right, it will be recognizable and we will be alright. I think for the Great Dane, the shape of the head and snout are very characteristic. By the way, the tallest dog that ever lived on record and also the currently living tallest dog are both Great Danes. They are fantastic creatures. The last touches and it's ready. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe to Fine Art Tips. And please take care of yourself. I'm boosting my immune system with lots of vitamin C, echinacea, good sleep, etc. Please write in the comments what are you doing to take care of yourself. Use these days if you have free time to create more art. And I will see you on Tuesday.